Hello everyone. The video started before I realized it was starting, so it's okay. Today is Thursday, October the 9th, 2025, and I am back in, I'm going to say a room here at the North Bay General Hospital. I'm not in my usual room. I'm going to turn you around and see I don't have my own private washroom in here. So that's a bit of a bummer. But I do actually have a better view from this room. When the sunshine was coming through, it was coming through beautifully in here. Usually I'm just off to a room to the right. But so this is kind of neat. And I can see where I am. That is actually the entrance down over in there, where people come up from the main highway to get up. Some beautiful coloring in the leaves still happening. We're hoping that it will still be beautiful for next week, as our Thanksgiving here in Canada is this coming Monday. And a lot of times the leaves aren't on the trees anymore, but we have some very special friends coming to visit us all the way from Pennsylvania, and they're hoping to see the leaves. We're hoping they'll get to see the leaves. It really all depends on how cold it gets at night, and if we have much rain between now and then, on exactly what they'll do, because it's the cold weather that causes the changing in the color of the leaves. So there you go. So it is 12:25 in the afternoon, and I am starting, or have started, the second of 3 different medications that they give to me while I am in here. I actually noticed on the outside of the packaging that it said it is for IV use only, and it will cause death if you do it any other way. You have to laugh. It is to laugh when you think about how exceedingly toxic all this stuff is, and yet they use it to help heal us. It's just so strange. It's so backwards to me. But this is me trusting the system and believing we're getting better. Actually, this past Tuesday, a couple days ago, Steve and I went up to Sudbury and back. It's a fairly long trip. It's about a 5-hour round trip to visit with the oncologist for, I guess I saw him about 10 minutes in the midst of everything. Very, very busy. But just got to check in, and he was surprised on how well I am doing. It's been good. Sorry, just had to pause there for a second. But no, I am surprising my own doctor, and I'm surprising the oncologist on how well I am doing with all this toxic medication going into my system, and how well I'm just doing overall in my reactions to everything. Excuse me. Totally God. Totally God. And answering your prayers and answering our prayers along the way. So this is number 5 that I'm doing out of a total of 12 treatments. It does sound like I would have to do them all, just to make certain that it knocks everything out. Now, this is 5 and then number 6. So this is 3A is what we would call this one. And then that means I am actually, possibly halfway through almost. And what they do after that is they start scanning you again, and they do more MRIs and they do more CAT scans. In fact, I think a CT scan has been ordered for me, and I expect to be doing that within the next, well, I'm going to say possibly 3 weeks. I don't know if maybe they'll wait until after the next chemo treatment or not, on to send me through the scanner and to see how we're doing and see where things are at. They don't do the PET scan again until after all of it. I was asking him about that. They just do the middle one. Wouldn't it be neat though if they did the middle one and thought, we can't find it anymore? But again, I'm going to trust God on that. It's not outside the realm of the Lord, but it all depends on what he wants to do with me, and with this time that I'm here, and with all the things that he's doing in my family and everything. So this is all the medication that they got going in along the way. It gets to go through there, and that brown bag actually has the medication hiding in it. It's not allowed to get sunlight on it or it'll ruin it. Always surprises me. Oh, and over here is my blood pressure and my heart rate, which is doing fairly well, and my temperature at the bottom there, so that's a good thing. And then here I am, just hanging out. And I guess I don't have too much to share more about me right now. I guess that's kind of where we're at, what I'm doing. This is how my world is right now, so that's good. My world is about as status quo as it can get as it stands on this very momentous day. If any of you have seen, it sounds like peace is going to go through in the Middle East, and I put it that way as we are told to pray for the peace of Jerusalem, and we are certainly praying for that right now, and that the hostages will be released after 2 years. I can't even imagine what they will be going through when they are let out, and it's just so much. There was the young fella that came in and brought the medications. Said maybe it will last this time. However, we as Christians know that it won't. That's simply the way it is. That's the way it's been since the two children of Abraham became at odds with one another, and it is the way that it will continue on until the return of the Lord. But we are still to pray for the peace of Jerusalem, because actually what does the word say? When they cry, peace, peace, it is then that we should really, really be looking to the skies. It is getting closer. It is getting closer. The time is getting closer. Be interesting to see if I get all 12 treatments. But the return of the Lord is getting closer. And it's exciting. Terrifying and exciting all at the same time to see all of the things that God is doing in our world in this day. So that puts me in the mind of a song by a wonderful gentleman by the name of Mike Atkins. I don't know that I've shared this one for you before, but I would definitely share it for you now. And it says, thank you for the dove you sent to me when I was in need. And I thank you for the joy when I first spoke, or rather, when you first spoke through me. For what you're doing in this world, in this day. Oh, I'm privileged to be a part of the move of the Spirit of the dove that's breaking down the walls of men and setting God's children free. It's the beautiful, beautiful Spirit of the dove that's breaking down the walls of men and setting God's children free. In these last days, you're pouring out of your love, just the way you said it be. There are hands reaching up, and the Spirit's coming down. There is singing, there's songs of jubilee. There's healing of the mind and the soul of every man. You're meeting all of our needs. It's the beauty beautiful spirit of the dove that's breaking down the walls of man and setting God's children free. It's the beautiful, beautiful spirit of the dove that's breaking down the walls of man and setting God's children free. Blessings, everybody, and happy Thanksgiving.